Hello everyone, welcome to a new location. It's the bedroom. It's really not very decorated at the moment. It might look better soon. We have some big plans in here, kind of. So eventually we will get around to doing them. But hello. So a lot of people have asked me this question, which is, when am I getting this surgery? When am I getting the bits done? And the answer is, I'm getting done, kinda. It's hard to explain. So first of all, I'm gonna say, don't ask a trans person this question, unless you're, I guess, extremely close to them, or they've been open about talking this stuff in the past, because it's a very, personal question to ask. Hello? So, the thing is, it's just an extremely personal question, and it's one I'm more than comfortable answering publicly, but I don't want to be asked it repeatedly, and I especially don't like being asked it by members of my family or, certain friends. I think it's just a kind of a weird question to ask so brazenly. Yeah, it's just a very personal field. Now, there's a lot of reasons as to why I'm not getting the main bottom surgery, commonly known as vaginoplasty. And I think some trans women may fall in line with the reasons that I'm going to give. So, number one is dysphoria. It's a thing that trans people and, regular cis people have. It's being uncomfortable with certain bits of your body and feeling like they're not in line with what's in your head. I have some amount of bottom dysphoria, which is, I guess, a term for just regarding dysphoria in that particular region. It's something that kind of pops up in my dreams, like I have a dream and then suddenly what's down there definitely ain't matching what's there right now, That's an innie, not an outie. But yeah, it's in my dreams, and it's something I would kind of ideally want. But I don't want to say goodbye to what I have right now. It works well, and I don't want to risk going through surgery. You see, me and my bits, they've been good friends now for many years, 24 years going strong, and we still hang out together. I just don't know how else to put it. It functions really well, and I like it, and it doesn't make me super uncomfortable. It only does it on occasion. Isn't that right? Sorry about my cat. So, a big one for me is complications. This is something I'm scared of with any surgery, because, with facial feminization surgery, or just really any surgery, I have other surgeries I kind of need to get. And that recovery afterwards is something that's really scaring me. There are complications with lots of other surgeries. It's just, yeah, the complications for me, or at least the possible complications, I personally I don't feel like they're worth the risk. And obviously, the better surgeons you go with, the less chance these kind of complications are gonna happen. Yeah, I just don't think I want to sacrifice what I currently have to risk going through a bad recovery, which is unfortunately a big part of getting bottom surgery, so you can probably imagine the recovery is kind of rough. A long time is spent dilating and getting it to a point where you're happy with it. And some people, will need to do for the rest of their lives. Obviously, a lot rarer, more like once a month. Even less than that for some people. But it's, it's something you have to make sure to keep the hole open. It's just a big, long-term, lifetime commitment. It's just scary. I mean, I admire those who can get it done. It's just, for me, it's just not worth that risk currently. So, another thing is that, the current surgical outcomes. Now, pretty heated topic, so I'm going to try and discuss this as best I can. I've seen some amazing results after surgeries. Some truly amazing things. And some of us maybe not as good, and some results not like I'd want. not bashing your bits, but you know, it's just people have different wants and needs, and those aren't mine. And I just feel like even after I get the surgery done and I'd be fully recovered, I don't think I'd be happy because I wouldn't have, you know, like a fully functioning vagina. You know, like I wouldn't have the fully functioning. But I mean, obviously it is and it would function, but I worry I don't think it would solve my, you know, that part of dysphoria for me, and I just don't think it would live up to the idea in my head. And obviously for a lot of people, what they're going to have, they're going to be very chuffed with. But I think these are just my own very fussy wants and needs, you know. Unfortunately, having something close to like, you know, a real functioning vagina with all the different, you know, internal bits, that's like years away and potentially never possible. You know, there are big things that are kind of in the process now, such as, I believe womb transplants. They've spoke about potentially being used for trans women, so, you know, that scientific progress could be made in the future in my lifetime. Not so sure. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. I think what I want, I just can't really have, and that's okay. That sucks, but oh well. Another one is cost. I don't have any savings really right now. I'm really quite poor. What is the matter with you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm quite poor. She's cost me a lot of money, this little baby. It's just, it can be quite expensive, these things. Oh, sorry, baby, sorry. You get out, you get out. Obviously, all surgeries kind of are. Now, in terms of, like, feminizing surgeries, I guess, for, you know, trans women, it's not one of the most expensive ones. The most expensive ones is facial feminization surgery. Depending on which clinic you go to, those ones are really expensive. So, I guess, you know, there may be some surgeries that you may want first, and in terms of that cost, it ain't that bad. It's cheaper. So, you know, if you're gonna try and prioritize which surgery to get, which ones, you know, cause you dysphoria, it ain't that expensive in the context of the more expensive surgeries. Like, I think mostly I've seen it average around £10,000, maybe sometimes cheaper, so that's pretty good compared to FFS prices, which can go up to 90k, and, you know, often range about like £40,000 with clinics such as Facial Team. So yeah, expensive, but not insane, out of the membrane expensive, you know. I think that's all, you know. Yeah, I think that's a good summary. But wait, Piri, you said you're getting bottom surgery, kinda? Yeah, that's right, kind of. I'm looking to get an orchidectomy. Orchidectomy. I don't know. Orchidectomy, whatever. I'm looking to get it sometime this year. Hopefully May or summertime, if I can. So for those unaware, an orchidectomy is a surgery where the balls get removed out of the scrot, and your doctor just goes. He eats it up. That's one thing. I really want to keep them afterwards. I just want to put them in like a jar or something, but you can't do that. Like, that sucks. Let me keep them, please. Okay, back on topic. But along with this, you can get a scrotumectomy. Scrotectomy. These words are hard to say. And that's where the scrotal skin is removed too. But I don't believe that's something I'm going to go for, because that skin is used during bottom surgery. So in case I ever do change my mind on this in the future, I want to have that there, just in case if I want it, you know? But yeah, otherwise, you know, you're going to have a bit of baggy skin, depending on how much skin you have there, so yeah. So, some of you are probably asking, why do you want your balls yeeted? And for one main reason, really, and that's the blockers suck. I don't want to deal with them anymore. Now, obviously, there are things such as monotherapy. Now, this can be done just using estrogen alone to suppress your testosterone. But this is only really, I believe, possible through injections. And I'm a little scared about needles. And there is no place to get it done in the UK professionally. getting it done by myself, scary. You know, I don't want to have my wife do it for me. I feel bad. And yeah, it's just hard to get those medications, you know, legally. I mean, you can't get it legally. You're getting it illegally. Oh, blah, blah. You know, it's just hard to get. Now, I believe you can do monotherapy with just other forms of estrogen as well. Might be even possible with the gel that I currently use, but I think I'd have to increase my dose quite a bit, and I'm happy with my dose right now. I feel like any more might be too much and make me a little emotional crybaby, as I've seen it in the past when I've done that, so I don't know if that appeals to me, really. Now, anyways, I love my pee-pee, but my balls, I'm like, you know, I'm not too attached to them. They can go. It'll be a sad farewell, but you know, bada bing, bada bye.
Bada bing, bada bye. All things pass, you know. We're born, we live, we die.
Anyways, that's my genital situation. Yeah, I hope you found that somewhat interesting for those of you who are curious about that. But don't worry, everyone. She's here to stay. She's staying, but you gotta say goodbye to her friends because she's gonna be alone now, so yeah. Anyways, love you all. I will step up on videos soon, okay? I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at coming up with new ideas and everything at the moment. I'm just creatively void. I've got nothing in my head right now. It's so bad. Anyways,